Hi, and welcome to Pre-K Tuesday. Today, I'm going to read you a book about a subject that's very near and dear to my heart and very educational, and it's farts. We're going to learn about farts and different animal farts and how they vary. So here we go. I hope you're ready. We're going to start with some fart basics. All fartologists know the basic rule of farting. If it eats, sooner or later it farts. The process is simple. When animals, that includes us humans, eat, we swallow air along with our food. Air is made up of gases, mostly oxygen. As we digest and the bacteria in our guts breaks down food, the gases produce more gas. In fact, digestion can produce so many different gases you'd practically need a notebook to keep track of them all. Nitrogen, carbon dioxide, hydrogen, methane, dimethyl sulfide, and more. This stew of gases eventually works its way out of the digestive system and into the great outdoors, which causes an animal's bottom to vibrate and buzz. This is known as farting. Now you know the fart basics, you're ready to begin your study of animal farts. Oh, I forgot to mention this book has sound effects. We're going to start with the goldfish fart. The typical odor is kind of salty. Again, I don't know how these authors came up with their research or how they came up with these facts, but here we go. The typical odor of a goldfish fart is kind of salty. The range, rarely beyond the rim of the bowl. Frequency, a couple times a day, soon after each air gulping session. After effects, corroded plastic deep sea divers and gnarly fishbowl accessories. The description, goldfish farts, or bloops, are among the smallest farts in the animal kingdom. Goldfish often gulp air at the surface of their bowls, then squeeze out a bloop or two later. While farts are created when critters digest food, goldfish bloops are mostly air passed along from the surface gulping. Maybe they're not scientifically farts, but it's clear that something comes out the other end. And if it smells like a fart, why not call it a fart? So here's the goldfish sound effect. See why they called it a bloop. On to the mouse fart. Typical odor, like the stinky cheese they love, times 10. The range, it can fill a small cabinet. Frequency, every 5 minutes, all night long. The after effects, peeling wallpaper and general household uproar. The description of a mouse fart. Mice are common household pests, with some unusual farting habits. Those squeaks in the walls and in the deepest, darkest corners of kitchen cupboards may not be what they seem to be. Maybe those squeaks are mouse farts. Quiet as a mouse? Who came up with that one? Here's the sound for a mouse fart. It's kind of a long one. Moving on to cats. Wait, I didn't skip one, did I? Oh, I did skip one. Sorry. First, the meerkat. Then we'll do cats. Typical odor, insect guts and decayed fruit laced with the sting of scorpion meat. Ooh, don't want to smell that. The range, eruption distance depends on the fart's initial force. Very, very true. Frequency, like Old Faithful blasting off all day, every day. The after effects, devastation in a circular pattern around each steaming hole. So yeah, if you see that in the, so he's like, they're all coming out of the hole. The description, big mobs of meerkats live in sprawling networks of tunnels and chambers deep underground. With so many meerkats living together, a single meerkat fart can be amplified and funneled into powerful geysers of funk. The tunnels are like big twisty city with holes that aren't just ways in and out. These holes help release the fart pressure before it blows. Here's the meerkat sound. Now we're on to cats. There's the cat, and it's swirling around the room. The dog and the owner are blaming each other. Typical odor: mighty, meaty, laced with subtle rotten egg undertones. Range: an entire house, like the stray hairs of a little cat. Frequency: once a day, that we know of. The after effects: suddenly empty rooms and finger pointing at innocent family members. Description: cats never make a big fuss about anything. It's just their style, even when it comes to farting. No sudden moves, no elaborate cover ups, no guilty looks. In fact, a cat's farts, usually quiet, sometimes silent, are typically accompanied by nothing. A cat's plan of attack is to carry on as though nothing has happened. Even the biggest stink bomb won't wipe the who me look from a farting cat. Here's the cat sound. A little meow in the middle there. I like that. On to the penguin. Typical odor: krill and squid surprise. Range: like unexplored ocean trenches, no one knows how deep they go. Frequency: penguins fart in shifts. No sense everyone farting at once. The after effects: the hole in the ozone layer. Just a theory, it says. Like black and white torpedoes, penguins have been known to set off explosive farts that blast them to the surface. Do these farts keep predators from falling too close? Are they the flightless bird's best attempts to get airborne? These are among the mysteries of the farting world. But as they glide gracefully through the frigid waters, penguins release some fearsome farts. Here's the penguin fart. That is pretty fearsome. Oh boy, here's the big one. Dogs. Dogs, dogs, dogs. And the small ones. The small ones are usually the worst. Typical odor: rotten eggs and meat festering with maggots for a month. Bad. It's true. It can be true. Range: from one room to an entire house and everywhere in between. Frequency: anytime, day or night. After effects: room clearing, sometimes whole houses, for up to an hour. Description: champions of the farting world. Dogs approach farting with the same joy and innocence they bring to everything they do. Playing is great. Sleeping is great. Eating is great. Farting? Yes, farting's great too. A dog fart may chase the whole family out of the house, but to a dog, a big wet fart is just another delicious smell. Small or large, any dog will let a rank one rip. The riper, the better. Here's the dog. Usually dog ones aren't that loud. Oh boy, monkey. Here's the monkey. Looks like he's having fun. Typical odor: fruity, nutty, and fragrantly farty. Range: a monkey on the move can weave an endless trail through the jungle. Frequency: continuously when maximum swinging speed is reached. After effects: an increased number of endangered animal species. Description: some long-lived, long-tailed monkeys can speed through the treetops by swinging from branch to branch. Some fartologists believe this impressive ability results from monkeys trying to keep ahead of their own farts. After a big meal of fruits and nuts, these monkeys take to the trees, all trying to stay one swing in front of the spreading stench. Here's the monkey. Wait, that was it? Oh, just one little squeak. Okay. Giraffe. Typical odor: sweet, like acacia leaves, but rotten. Range: from the treetops into the realm of birds and beyond. Frequency: once every 2 hours in late afternoon when hot air is rising. After effects: mass exit of tree-dwelling animals to lower ground. Description: because a giraffe's body is about 8 feet below its head, there is a fart delay, the time between when it lets one rip and when the smell actually reaches its big nose. It can take anywhere from 5 minutes to a half hour for a giraffe fart to journey upward. For this reason, a giraffe can be caught off guard when it gets a whiff of its own fart. Whew, something stinks. There's Giraffe. You think it would be able to hear it. Oh boy. I like this picture. This hippopotamus with dead fish in the water. Typical odor, rotten, like the reek of moldy plants. Range can be the length of a major river, depending on the current. Frequency, at least 10 times a day, often before displays of territory marking. After effects, brown water, floating fish, and blackened river banks. For for a hippo, farts are like the blare of trumpets announcing the arrival of someone important. Hippos mark their territory with, well, poop. So when territories need to be marked, first come the farts, then it's poop spraying time. Propelled by furious swats of their paddle-like tails, the stuff really flies. Eating more than 80 pounds of food a day creates a lot of poop and fuels a lot of funky farts. You may want to Google that, hippos pooping, if you want to see that, because there's actually video of that. I don't know how I know that. I just heard of it. So here's the hippo sound. Not too bad. And finally, the elephant. Oh wow, he did some damage there. The elephant. Typical odor, powerful like the elephant itself. Range across the African savanna and sometimes entire countries. Frequency, one per step, and slowly and steady as they march along. After effects, toppled trees, stunned lions, and stampeding wildebeests. Description, they're the biggest animals on land, and they make big farts to match. Elephants can let loose a thunderous, high volume sound from both ends. Tromping through the forest and grasslands, they trumpet from their trunks and their rears as they go, flattening everyone with hearing and smelling range. Here's the elephant. That was just him. That's just the elephant. That's just the. Anyway. Is that it? Anything else? So I hope you enjoyed my reading of Farts in the Wild, and I hope you have a great Tuesday, everyone.